Okay, there we are. All right. Let's see. Good afternoon. How's your day going? This has been a blessed day for me. I wanted to come on today and do a DIY with one of my arrangements that I have done before. Get all the items from the Dollar Tree and just make something really fun. Um, just something just pass my day away. I just felt like doing something today, so I felt like coming on live. So we're going to go ahead and talk about what we're going to do. We're going to make an arrangement where we have a monkey looking like he's pouring out candy into a heart. So that's what we're going to do today. So I got all of the items, and what you'll need if you were going to do it would be these items. So I got a bag of hearts, and these are fudge hearts. Then I got some more. I got some cookies and cream. As a matter of fact, I bought two bags of the fudge hearts. Then I went ahead and got some Three Musketeers. You can add whatever you want to. It's really up to you what you choose to pick in your arrangement because it's yours and you can make it your own. You do what you want. So these little handy dandy monkeys, they're not the best, but it's just something that I wanted to demonstrate today and just show you how quick and easy you can make an arrangement just with items from the Dollar Tree. Arrangements that you make can be as expensive as you want them to be, but just because I wanted to do something simple, I chose to do this today. So this is the monkey. So I took the tags and I took all the tags off. So you want to get them ready. And I usually would go with the monkey pouring out his candy out of a mailbox. However, the store didn't have it. So I had to end up getting a box. So I'll be improvising today and I'll be using a box, which also means that I'll have to make some changes and I'm going to wing it as I go because usually with the mailbox, it's got a flap and you can just glue the candy on top of there. And it usually would just look like it's falling out of there. But we're going to have to improvise today and make some changes because I don't have that. And so, what you want to do is get you some these little bitty, what do they call, like a little wine glass or whatever, and they come detached, and then you can just attach it. If I was going to do the one with the mailbox, I would take the cup and I would cut this, and I would cut the front part off, cut it off, so that it'll have more room for the mailbox just to fall flat. But I'm not using that today, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the regular wine glass today. And then you want to make sure that you use low moisture glue because sometimes the glue will melt the cups. However, today I'm going to go ahead and have to use regular glue because I do not have the low moisture glue today. Then you want to get one of these little handy dandy hearts. They're cute. They come in all kinds of different designs all around. I just chose to get this one because it's more plain and I didn't want it to just the designs just to be all over the place. So I just decided to get that. You will only use this. You will not need the bottom. You can use that for whatever you want to later. So, okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started and I'll talk as I go. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to get your heart and then make sure you have your glue like really close. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take your glue and you just want to put it around the edge of your cup. And like I say, you really, want to use low moisture because sometimes when you're trying to do this and you use too much glue, then it can cause the cup to shrink and then that can be a problem. You want to put it as close to the corner here as you can, but you want to leave a little space here so that the monkey's arm leg can go around there. So as you can see, it's glued in there. All right. So we're building here. So the next thing you want to do is you want to take your box. Now you can have it on whatever side you want to. The thing with this is you really want it angled at an angle, like at a 45-degree angle, because that's what would happen if you had the mailbox. It'd be at a 45-degree angle. of course, with that part cut that I showed you, and it will lay down at a 45-degree angle, and then it will look more like it's pouring the candies out of there. But because we got the box, it's going to be upright. So what we're going to do is you're going to take the glue and you're going to put your good amount of glue on there, whatever side you want. So I'm just going to do this side. And then you just put the glue on there and you just press it down like so. See? Like so. Then you're going to grab your monkey. See, now, if I'd have took time, I'd have probably put a hat on this monkey. I'd have probably put some eyelash on this monkey. I'd have put some lace, a little dress on this monkey. I'd have did all that, but I ain't got time for that today. I just want to do something. You take it, you take the monkey, and can you see? Let me see if you can see good. Set him around like that. First thing you want to do is you want to put glue on the hand of the monkey. See where you want to position him at first. Make sure you know where you want him positioned. So you know where to put this hand at. Oops. And then you just put that arm up there, like so. You glue him on there. You see how he's holding it? Okay. Then you take. Now, see, I normally don't do this, but I'm going to do this today just for the sake of to keeping him secure because he's on a different, he's different today. Yeah. Let's see, how do I want him to do this? I want him to hold it like that. So you take the glue. You put that up there like that. You see how he's looking like he's. Now, if you want to, you can take it on the bottom if you really want to secure it. I normally don't do this, but I'm going to do it today because like I said, today I am winging it. So here it is. I'm winging it today. I hope you all can see this. I really hope you can see this. I probably, I think I'm going to take this off because it's a little, I think I want to change that. Like I said, I'm winging it, so don't judge me, okay? I want to do it like that. Just clean up your mess as you go. All right. So here we are. You see him? He's sitting on the side. He's chilling. He's chilling. You don't have to glue down the feet or anything like that because the feet, they're going to be covered by candy anyway. If you look in here, you'll see the feet and they're just chilling over here. He just maxing and relaxing. He looked like he having a good day. Yeah. So he chilling. He's chill. He's just chilling. So again, like I said earlier, because this is not the mailbox and because it's not at a 45-degree angle, the thing what you want to accomplish here, you want it to look like that he's pouring out candy into the heart. That's what you want. That's the illusion here. Anyway, so again, I'm going to have to improvise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this handy dandy ribbon. You probably measure it. Probably can measure it, and which I don't really measure stuff. I have to do better by that. But take you some glue, glue it in there, and then you want to measure it down to the bottom. Because what you want to do is you want to make it look like stuff is pouring out of here. So I'm just gonna do it like this. And we're gonna glue it down at the bottom. So you put some glue on there. Like I said, I'm winging it. I've never done this like this before. I'm usually more organized than what I am today. But you know what? Sometimes you got to do what works. So here it is. Now you see the ribbon right there. Now usually I use glue dots. I normally would use glue dots, but I can't use glue dots today because I do not have them. However, I did forget to put something in here really quick. So let me grab something really, really quick. Listen to the music and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I had forgot to, as you look inside here, you see that it's empty. So you don't want to really fill that up with candy because that's just going to be too much candy to put in there. You really don't want to do that. So you really want to stuff it with something. So you just put something in there to stuff it with. Yeah, just like that. You just kind of stuff it. Just kind of stuff it like that. And like I said, I normally use glue dots, so I don't have them today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So glue dots will be good. So what you would do is you would just put a little bit of glue on there. Now see, because this is mine, I can do whatever I want to. I'm gonna tear the candy off of there and eat it. With glue dots, it just makes it easy to come off. And so people's, when they're eating the candy, it won't be, tearing holes in the candy. So you just kind of stick it in there. I like to make it more tight inside of there so that it's not, the candy don't look like, it's not sticking or anything. But again, this is just a demonstration. Um, I hope you can see it. And you just put the candy wherever you want, you know. And as you can see, it's building up. It's looking like the candy is falling out. And you just build it up. Oops. Just put them everywhere. However you want to put them. Again, I say glue dots is the best thing though. Glue dots is the best. And I don't really want to overdo it. And then, of course, you got to always pull off the little glue strings because you're going to have those. This is so fun. It's so relaxing. I love this kind of stuff. Now, I'm trying not to make this too heavy because I didn't reinforce the glue on the cup better. I should have reinforced it a little bit better. So then I'm going to go ahead and open up some more, a different color. Pink, different color pinks. These are different. And see, this is where I'm doing something new because, like I said, I'm improvising with this. So and what I really should have thought about while I'm improvising is the fact that it can get heavy. So that's why I should have put more glue on the back. And I'm gonna see if I can do that because I don't want it to fall apart because it's not really, really secure back there. So I just want to secure it a little bit better with the glue. Should have did that from the beginning, but I didn't take into consideration how heavy it was going to be. So then you just keep on adding. But like I said, if you get the mailbox that they have in the store, it'll be so much easier because you won't have to worry about the weight. You don't have to worry about any of that. And so at this point, here we are. So I'm gonna bring it close so you can see it. And I got a lot of glue strings. Yeah. So I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I have issues sometimes. So what I would do is I would go in behind there, and I probably would put more candy behind here just to cover it up because that's just what I do. Here, we'll discuss that in a minute. So what you want to do now is you just want to take the candy and just start pouring the candy in there. Just start pouring it in there. And I usually have something in there that that builds up some of the space so that I don't have to use as much candy. But for the sake of not preparing today, I'm using what I have. So here we are, and just keep putting it in there. And maybe I can add a little bit of the Three Musketeers in there, just because, just to add them, just because it looks good. Usually, and so you don't have to glue these ones. And so what I want you to take into consideration is your girl here, she forgot to bring the piece that covers up the cup right there in the back. There's a piece that you just add like some red ribbon. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see what I can do just to cover up something. Because again, I said we're improvising today. We just doing, we just going on as I'm just making it up as I go. Some of this because I don't normally do it like this. So let me see. What can I do? What can I do? Mm, I could do some things, but you know what? I'm not going to do it just for the sake of getting up and walking away from the camera and stuff like that. But just what I want you to do is just picture it in your mind. Picture it in your mind. All you got to do is just cover it up with something here and right here. Wrap it in something red or something, and then here it is. And this is it. You know, I think that I'm gonna go back in and reinforce it just a little bit more. Doing it this way, you have to consider, the weight because it is very weighty. The candy is very weighty. So just hold it there for a few seconds and then it'll be all good. But this is just one of the cheaper candy arrangements, that you can, do for the kids and stuff like that, or put it on your desk, in your office. And when people come in, they can have a treat. But this is it. And this is what it looks like. I am so sorry that I didn't have this right here covered because it would have made all the difference because you have to cover your work. Now, I could do this. I could do this. But since I'm live and I got time, I'm going to just do something here. I just thought about something. Only because I like to cover my work. I like to cover my work. So you just go around. Of course, this is more work, but it's okay. I just can't leave this half done. It's going to bother me. It's just, I can't leave it half done. just go in there and fix it. And believe it or not, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of the candy that's already there and just cover it up again because I cannot leave it undone. Cannot. I can't read comments or anything. And you know what? This would not really be necessary if I would have done it, had what I needed the first time. But this is it. Now, I'm going to put, I think, one more piece and I'm going to be finished because I'm going to add the rest with candy. So you just, I'm really good for making up stuff as I go because you find that you have to, um, and you don't want all this extra glue. So, all right. Now, all right. So here we go. So now I'm just going to add, and you just keep gluing stuff. Just I'm covering up work. I'm just working here a little bit because it got to look better. I can't leave it half done. That'll bother me. So you just come around this side where it needs one to cover up the work. There it is. Cover up the work. I think that's gonna do it. Maybe I need one more to cover up this side over here, and I'm done. All right. All right, you guys. Done. All right. Here we go. All right, here we go. Okay. Then you just take off all the little glue sticks. I'm sorry, the glue, the flyaway glue. There it is. All done. All right. That's what I want to share for today. Hope you enjoyed it. God bless. Bye for now.